Greetings to everyone. Today in our video we'll be looking at how to calculate your GPA. How our GPA is calculated. Let's go into the video. Before we go to the table, these are some terms associated with grade points average calculation or GPA calculations. We have 1, grade, 2, being a grade point, 3, a credit hour, 4, a class score or mark, 5, GPA or grade point average, 6, CGPA or cumulative grade point average. These are some terms. So within, we will be taking them one by one. We'll be taking the terms one by one before we go to the table. So 1, let's take a grade. Let us check our grade. The grade is the alphabetical representation of a class score for a subject. So when one gets in between 85 to 100, the grade is A plus. When one gets in between 80 to 84, that's A. B plus is 75 to 79, and the rest goes on. Okay, let's also check our grade points. Our grade points is also like this. Every grade has 8 points. So grade A plus has 8 points, being 5.0. Grade A has 8 points, 4.5. Grade B 4.0. Grade B 3.5. Grade C plus 3.0. Grade C 2.5, and grade D plus 2.0, D 1.5, and F 0. So that's our grade points. Now we have gotten a table. In the table we have our subjects, class score, grade points, credit hour, and then credit weight. Within that, we can see that we have a maths for the subjects, English, science, and social under the subjects. And then the class score, we have the maths was, class score for the maths was 80, for the English 87, for the science was 70, and the social was 90. As discussed earlier on, we could see that the grade for 80 is A, 87 is A plus, 70 is B, and then the science, which was 70, was also matched to grade B. The social studies, which scored 90, was grade A plus. Then the grade points, A matched 4.5, A plus matched 5.0, B matched 3.5, and then A plus matched again 5.0. So what was the credits are for mathematics? It was 3, for English 2, for science 3, social studies or social was also 2. Then the credit weight. I may ask, what is the credit weight? Credit weight is the grade points multiplied by the credit hour. The grade points is multiplied by the credit hour, gives the credit weight. So you could see that the maths credit weight was 13.5. We just got that by multiplying the 4.5 of the maths, which is A, by the 3-hour period, and then the rest was 10 for English, 10.5 for science, and then 10 again for social. Okay, and then it's followed by the total grade point. The total grade point was the sum of all the grade points. So the total grade points was 18, the total credit hour was 10, and then the total credit weight was also 44. So we will go ahead and calculate our grade points. We go ahead and calculate our grade points. Now that you have gotten the values, you substitute them into the equation. So what is the formula for calculating grade points? The formula for calculating grade points, let's go. The formula for calculating GPA or grade point average is so simple. It's the total sum of credit weight divided by the total sum of credit hour. So within our table, we got some values. We got some values. We will substitute those values into the equation and see the GPA for the calculation. Okay, let's substitute and see. Yes, now this a substitution. In the table, the credit weight was summed to 44, and then the credit hour was summed to 10. So the GPA will be 44 divided by 10, and then the total answer is 4.4. 4.4. Now that we have seen our GPA, let's calculate our CGPA. So our CGPA was seen to be GPA divided by number of semesters. So how many semesters have we seen so far? We could see that we only had one table which indicates one semester or one term. So our GPA will be 4.4 because the number of semesters we had was 1, and then the total GPA was 4.4. Therefore, the CGPA will be equal to the GPA because we had only one semester. So CGPA will be the same as the GPA if the semesters was only 1. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.